Yo, it's just me, or we're pretty much one more episode away from finishing up volume 10 of the light novels. If my recollection towards the light novels I recall, I think that's it. Yes, we're pretty much almost there. And that was pretty fast. I thought it would be like 4 episodes. I guess they're saving the meaty stuff for later on. Well, with that being said, let's talk about that opening. It was pretty nice. A lot of people still wish that they did the old traditional way that the first season gave us, where instead of giving us this typical opening, whether it's good or not, they kind of wish the opening itself was a sequence to the anime as well as it was in season one, where the music will play, show a bit of the atmosphere, the people, or what Rudy's and them are doing. It'll set the tone for the episode. And a lot of people like that because you had different songs will play determined on where you're at. But like I said, majority of this time, Rudius will be in the same place. So I guess that's the reason why I decided not to change to do that. And I understand why. I do like it. And the opening, believe it or not, was actually spoiled like earlier this week, believe it or not. Yeah, Crunchyroll had another leak, and the opening and outro, and even some other anime was leaked. Like, jeez, man, how you screw up this badly? I'm not gonna ask you guys, why are y'all paying for Crunchyroll? Seriously, why? I don't understand, man. You get better quality, you get more organized, and a better, um, you know, just an entire better format. You go to a place to watch anime. I'm not gonna say where, but there are places. Okay, if you what about the viruses? No, there's sites without viruses. Trust me, they really are. There might be some ads, but you need to put an ad blocker. You're good to go and stuff. That's all you need. Very, very simple. Anyways, with that being said, it's the wedding episode. I thought they were going to provide us a bit more detail of it, but I guess not. There are some things, of course, they cut out, like I said, from last episode, and there are some things they cut out here, but they weren't major, but it would add some, some flavor to the episode, I would say, some nitpickers, some things that, light novel readers could point out and say, oh yeah, there's that scene and stuff. They didn't do it, but it's okay, like I said, it's nothing major, but still, it would have been nice. This episode, showing how Rias and Sophie are creating their wedding reception. Not wedding ceremony, so apparently not everyone is a wedding ceremony. Those who do wedding ceremonies are those who are usually into the religious or more cultured type of the world, probably like Cliff and his Millis and the Beast Tribe and their stuff. But I guess when it comes to regular people like Rudius and Selfie and stuff, they don't have those ceremonies. They just go straight to the reception. The reception is just inviting friends and family over and to have food and to just, just say, yeah, we're getting married, everybody. You're protesting your love in front of everyone. Pretty much the reception is, like it really is. Now, when I was young, I didn't understand this. What was the point? But now, when I'm older, I do understand it now. The ceremony and the reception. Okay, I get it now. A lot of money to sink in. And speaking of a lot of money, Rudy isn't that rich. And Ian Lays is rich for being over 200 years old and being able to save up all the adventuring and a long life she lived. But Rudy isn't. He spent most of his fortune into this house, which is a good investment, by the way. But he's broke. He needs to find a way to make some money. You could probably do some C rank level jobs and just help out around the place. If he can do that, I can't recall. And Selfie, however, is actually pretty good. She's actually kind of loaded. She is a bodyguard of the princess, and she gets a very good allowance, believe it or not. So Selfie's actually technically the breadwinner of the house in a way. But she doesn't beat that over the head with him, like what they do over here. Like they'll not let you ever hit the end of it. Oh man, damn. I've seen it too many times, that's all I'm saying. But anyways, there's also new threads, and then they had a ceremony. And in the ceremony, they're supposed to have the people showing up and stuff, and what they bought. The Beast Tribe bought a big plate of food, something they hunted, and then Zenoba and Julie bought, like, I think it was a figurine or something, or a toolkit. And Princess Ariel and their group bought a freaking dildo. Yes, I kid you not. They bought a dildo and also some aphrodisiac as well, because that's what the Grey Rats are known for, being perverts, big perverts, and very highly sexual active. So they thought buying them a sex toy would be the best thing ever, but Rudius declined the gifts because he didn't want to. Now, after aphrodisiac, that's will come down probably, I believe, in volume 13. Yes, the aphrodisiac will have a plot, a major plot to the show again. Yes, believe it or not. Now, this is like the second time, well, third time the aphrodisiac will have a point in the show, but they didn't show them giving it to them, so they should at least done that. It will provide some interesting comedy. And then also there was Nanahoshi who shows up, who didn't really give anything. She's just there because she was invited to have some potato chips. Because Nanahoshi does not like the food there. She said it's flavorless and disgusting. So when she heard Rudius made potato chips, she showed up. And speaking of the potato chips, there was a scene in the book where Julie walked over, sat in her lap, and started eating the potato chips with her. Nanahoshi was taken by surprise at first, but she let it happen because Julie's adorable, so why not? So yeah, like I said, there's just some things that they skip. And also the part where how he says, "You think tonight that I couldn't control myself sexually," as Rudy said in his mind. However, that's okay. Because last night, the books said itself say it. I left Selfie drenched. Yes, I kid you not. That's exactly what the books say. And they didn't add the line. I'm saying this stuff would add, gave the episode more character. That's all I'm saying. Especially in Perversion, you saw this. They did do the scene in the bathtub, which is, they did do that scene. And people say, can Rudius keep himself down? No, he can't. Do you know how long this dude had ED? He's been storing like a fucking chickmunk, squirrel, whatever creature that harvests for winter. And now he's free. The beast is loosed. Okay, he unleashed the beast. There's nothing else he can do, but he can't control the beast no more, my boy. Okay, you have to understand the problems of a man. Anyway, I'm being sidetracked here. Now let's talk about the thing with Alina Lise. As they were going up to congratulate them, she starts to break down and starts to cry. See, this is the reason why she's one of the most popular characters. Well, at least mainly in the French and Russian area of the world. She's one of the most popular characters because of how, despite how she always jokes everything off or acts like she doesn't mind being the town's whore, technically that is not true. She only puts up this front so no one can get close to her, and things go sour. She does have to keep a distance wall around her and only attract men who just wants to sleep with her, and that's it. And the women who don't mind being around her, well, there's that too. That's why she doesn't like being around with people who usually are married or in a couple, because she doesn't want to ruin that relationship with them. So she keeps her distance from them. So, turns out she is Selfie's grandmother and stuff, because the pendants that they had, she had one from her tribe, and Selfie made one for Rudius, and they look very similar to each other because they're from the Great Forest. But Alina Lise was kicked out of the Great Forest because of her behaviors, and every time she gets children, she'll raise them for a while until they take care of themselves, then she wanders off, cutting all ties of connection with them, so there won't be any reason for them to have their life ruined because of her. So she's been doing this for so long. And now that she's here again with the grandchild, after hearing that her own son died, she thought that was it. But then she found out Selfie was living, but she kept her distance as usual. But I think she couldn't do it anymore because she was also afraid that Rudius would um find out and be disheartened and not want to be around Sophie anymore. So she had her reason doing it. That's why she broke down and cried. I was wondering how they were going to execute this scene, and they did a pretty good job at it. They did a well job at this scene, and I'm happy that they did. I'm glad because I thought they were going to screw this scene over, but they didn't. It was good execution on their part. You know, Sophie putting the pieces together, and also um with what happens later on, how Rudy has calmed down her a little, like joking, saying, "Hey, all the entire time you said you didn't want to be related to Paul, but you're not being related to Paul anyways." And she joked about that. So yes, Alina Lays is part of Rudy's family now. So yeah, good job. She got more family that will accept her for who she is. But she's on her way to recovery thanks to Best Boy Cliff. It's Best Boy Cliff. Rudy had his mind thinking that Cliff would be disheartened by this, because he was saying he knew this about Alina Lays. Then he says it only makes him love her more because he's so thoughtful, spending all this time making sure that people won't be ruined by her curse, and she keeps her distance out of her own love for them. So he truly admired that, and he wants to break the curse even more so she can be closer to her family. This boy doubled down, man. This is why in some places Cliff is the best boy. He stands firm to his Bible. He will not abandon his woman in her time of need. He will rise to the occasion. Okay, he is loyal as fuck. Okay, and another thing they didn't do is mention him. He can never read the room. There's a scene where after Rudius fought with Luke and won, he starts bragging about it to Lena Lays and Sophie about what happened. And one of the things is that he did it, and Rudy looked at him like, that looked like now's not the time to talk about that. But it's because this is the only time it's happened. There have been tons of times in the books where Cliff can't read the mood. It can be very tense or things could be kind of hasty, and he just shows up out of nowhere, just blabs out something, and we really look at it like, dude, please read the room. They didn't show that here and stuff. Another thing, like I said, that could have gave the show some character. Is all I'm saying. Some good character. That's all I want. And that being said, it was still a good episode nonetheless. It ended in the morning and ended at night. Days that pass, of course. They do all this in one day. Could be a possibility, but it takes time to get these things done. Sophie had another family member. Alina Lays getting relaxed a little. Cliff is best boy. And Ariel wanted to give Sophie to Rudius so she can have somewhere to be, hoping that Sophie can live her own life without having to go in the royal affairs of Ariel when she tries to take back the kingdom later down the road. Now, yeah, like I said, I think we have one more episode, I believe, for Volume 10, I believe. I can't recall. It's been a while since I read the novels. But yeah, if that is the case, I'm looking forward to it, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, I'll end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox on Anime. Signing out.